puppy.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. So what we need to clarify is we've been talking about curating your own cleanse for, a while now. And I just want to kind of bring that to what does that mean? Right? So
Specific.
Exactly. Thank you. So the 6 components of the curate your own cleanse is morning routine. So we're going to help you kind of work through what does that look like for you, right? Recognizing some people are going to work, some people work from home. So whatever it is that your morning looks like, we're going to help you sort out a routine that is really nourishing and really sets you up for the day. Right? There's, I'm going to butcher this and I apologize, but there is a Navy SEAL who talks about the simplicity of doing one thing each morning that is going to kind of set you up for success.
Make your bed.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So I didn't just make it up. But yeah, and so it's just exactly that thing. What is the one thing that you can do that's going to kind of give you that momentum for the day? You're like, I'm winning. I woke up this morning, I made my bed, I'm winning.
Yeah.
So morning routine. And then we're also going to look at hydration. Right? Hydration is so important all of the time, but really important during cleansing, right? Mm-hmm. That's where a main kind of elimination pathway is. We want to be making sure that we are peeing out those toxins all day long. Nourishment is the next one. So looking at your food, what is it that you want to eliminate? What is it that you want to add in? What kind of combination does that look like? And it's going to be so individual for everyone. I'm super excited about that one. Movement is another one too, right? We need to be gently moving our body every day. But we also need to be sweating. Mm-hmm. So that might mean a really intense yoga class. That might mean a jog and a walk, or whatever it means for you as an individual. We want to be moving the body intentionally each and every day. And then connection is another one. So connection to yourself, number one, connection to your community, connection to source. Just really finding those moments, those sacred moments in the day to connect. Mm-hmm. So whether that is in a breath practice, a meditation, whether it is in a bit of mindful movement, whatever it is, but finding those moments to connect each and every day. Mm-hmm. And then the 6th and final is our evening routine. So what does that look like? How do you set yourself up for a successful morning? Is having a rock solid evening routine. Mm-hmm. So what does that look like for you? We're gonna help move through all of those. So that those are the 6 components of the spring cleanse. That when we talk about curate your cleanse, that's what we're talking about.
We really want to be intentional about the fact that we know that most cleanses, you start thinking about all the stuff you can't do. Mm-hmm. And we think if you're going to start taking things out and eliminating and whatever, you also have to start thinking about what you need to do. So that there's this rise of nurturing, of nourishment, of self-care, of connection that refuels you, so that it's not just sort of getting rid of all this stuff. It's this beautiful refueling that happens. So the Tuesday teaching calls. The first one, we're going to talk about your detox channels. That would be the holistic nutrition way of saying it. Yes. In Ayurveda, we would say we're going to talk about getting rid of your ama, and how we can get rid of toxins in your body, the gunk that builds up, and how in both Ayurveda and holistic nutrition, it is through your skin, through your breath, and then through your pee and poop. So Jill gets to talk about poop. And one is super exciting. Oh, sweat. Yeah. Well, skin.
Yeah. Sorry, you said
skin. Yeah. So this idea of that's why the movement's important, because this body is detoxing through your skin. And then how do we honor the skin and the work that it's doing, and I'm going to make you oil. So things like that. And then this idea that breath, so your exhale, the work that you're doing with your breath, moving prana through your body, one of the best ways that you can help move the toxins, the ama, through your body. And then the idea of your digestive system functioning well for you. And maybe it needs a kickstart, maybe it needs some just time and space to get its literally shit together. Yes. And that's what our first call is going to be. And then the second call, as we go into week 2 is usually when we start to notice resistance and a little bit of self-sabotage happening. Your body's not really pleased with you creating a new rhythm, and it's
change is hard.
it starts to put the brakes on you a bit. So we want our second call to be around the ideas of how do you notice resistance? How do you notice that you're on the edge of growth? And that how that edge feels a bit uncomfortable, edgy, resistance comes up, you can't do this kind of thing. And how do we work through that? And then the last one, we want to talk about emerging. We want to talk about how you lift up out of this cleanse and you bring with you what was most important.
Yeah.
You take your easiest wins and the things that had the most impact and you just really make them a part of your life. And okay, we leave the rest. We leave the stuff that was hard. We leave the stuff that was complicated or whatever, but the stuff that landed for you, just curate it. How do you curate that so that it can come back into real life with you? So that's what we wanted to share with you around the cleanse, your teaching calls, and then like the components of the cleanse. This is Sheena Huckluck, and I'm Jill Novak, and we're leading the spring cleanse starting on April 7th.
April 7th, yes. Yeah.